Today's video is the first video in the blogging tips series that I'm starting. I have the website bysophialee.com. I've had it for 4 years now. It has grown into a full-fledged business. We have 6 employees, etc., etc. We get over or around 700,000 views a month. Some months are higher, some months are lower, but in the last 4 years, I have learned a ton of things about blogging, and I'm constantly asked questions. So this blogging series is going to answer some of the most asked questions. And today's question is asked literally all the time, and there's kind of 2 different forms of this question, but it is how many times you should be posting a blog post when you first start out, / is posting a blog post once a week fine? So I'm gonna tell you all of my blogging tips surrounding that, and let's get into the good stuff. I am very specific with my strategies. I was from the very beginning, I still am right now. And what I will say about how often you should be posting is honestly, it doesn't really matter as long as you are staying consistent with that number. For example, if you can only get out 1 blog post a week, then make that 1 blog post a week really freaking good and have 1 blog post a week going out every single week. What is not gonna work is if you write 1 blog post and then the next week you're like, I'm tired, I'm not gonna write it this week. Then you write another blog post a week after, 3 weeks later, you haven't written a blog, like just stay consistent. So if you're gonna do 1 blog post a week, make sure that every single week you're getting 2 blog posts out. If you have more time, and you wanna do 2 blog posts a week, then every week you need to be putting out 2 blog posts a week. And that is really crucial in the beginning. As you get further along and Google starts to recognize who you are, then you can be a little more sporadic with it. But in the beginning, you're trying to do everything in your power to get Google to trust you, for Google to think that you are authority for whatever niche or whatever topic you're talking about. So staying consistent is just a key aspect of that. So long answer short, 1 blog post a week when you're first starting out is sufficient if you are doing 1 blog post every single week. What I did when I was first starting out is I was a full-time college student, so I was extremely busy. I had another job, I was paying for school on my own, and so I really had to be specific with the timing that I was putting towards my blog. For me, if I could get 10 hours of blog work done a week, that was like what my goal was. If I could do more, that was even better. I think I tried to schedule out my time. I like time block my days, so I'm just very an organized / like type A type of human being. So I like to plan out my entire week, and if I could get 15 hours a week, that was like when I was really feeling on top of it. But obviously, like, you have stuff going on, I had stuff going on. So if you can fit in 10 hours a week on your blog, you can be successful. How I did it is I try to get 2 blog posts out every single week. I think that I actually did that every single week. There might have been like 1 week during exams where I would only get 1 blog post out, but usually I was extremely consistent with it. So I would get 2 blog posts out a week. Each of those blog posts roughly took me around 4 hours, and then that would leave me 2 extra hours at the end of the week to work on random stuff for my website that I needed to do, like, I don't even remember at this point, but maybe adding in or like making Pinterest pins or adding in an email or making a free printable, something like that to grow it in the other way. But I knew that for me to write a solid, really great blog post, it would take me 4 hours. So if you have 4 hours a week to spend on your blog, you can easily get 1 blog post out there. What I will say is don't overextend yourself. Writing a blog post takes a really freaking long time. If you think that you're gonna be able to write a blog post in 30 minutes, maybe you can, but it's not gonna be good enough to rank. There's no way that you can write a blog post that would be good enough to rank. Your blog posts, and when I say rank, I'm trying to do beginner stuff. I'm feeling like I'm not making this too beginner. But when I say rank, I'm saying like rank on the top page of Pinterest or rank on the top page of Google. Otherwise, if you're writing a crappy blog post, it's gonna rank on like the 30th page, if even that, and who on Google goes to the 30th page? So your blog posts need to be at least 2,000 words each, and like I said a million times, for me to write around 2,000 words and for me to have a fully formed blog post, usually it takes 4 hours. Sometimes it takes more, sometimes it takes less, but 4 hours was the perfect amount of time for me. So that was just a quick little video basically explaining that yes, posting once a week on your blog is fine in the beginning if you are consistent with that once a week posting schedule. Take blogging courses. I specifically took so many blogging courses when I first started my blog. I repeat this all of the time, but it's so much easier to learn from someone that is successful in the blogging world already than spending months and months on trying to learn how to do it yourself. That is my mantra whenever I am personally learning something. The first thing that I do, or that the BSL team does, is take a course because they are so impactful. I personally have 2 courses. I have Perfecting Blogging, which goes over how I actually write my blog posts, how I find my content, how I write content that I know people will read based on statistics that we find, the different things that you need to include on your website. Basically anything that happens on the website, the blogging course goes over in extreme detail. And then I have Perfecting Pinterest, which goes over my Pinterest strategy and how I handle all of that, how I'm able to only spend an hour a week on pins, and then the rest, it's just my entire system. I hope that was helpful. I know that was short, but I'm trying to keep these fast so that you can go spend your time better than watching these YouTube videos. Go buy a blogging course, go work on your blog. You gotta do it to get it successful and make the money. Make sure to subscribe to my channel. This is my blogging YouTube channel, so every month I'm gonna be hitting a different topic. Subscribe to my blogging email list. I'll have the link in the description box. Every single week I do one of these commonly asked questions. I get like 100 emails every single day asking different blogging questions, and basically what we did is we divided out all of those questions and did 1 question a week. So I send those out to my email list. They are extremely helpful. I love doing it. That's all I've got for you until the next video.